Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Owlets Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me, as always. And thank you for all of the support you've shown me this year. It's meant a great deal. Depending on when you're watching this reading, I'm referring to 2020. You all have helped me in more ways than you know. Cope and focus and get out of my own head. Feel connected and supported. You guys have shown me such kindness, which is just so greatly appreciated. You know, we need to remember at all times, regardless of what the media likes to spit in our face day after day after day after day after day, that there is a balance. When you're in that place where you're thinking, you know, just everything is shit, right? You're looking for the humanity. It's there. You're just being shown more clearly its shadow side. And if you're allowing your life to be overly inundated with news, the media always has its own agenda. So, disconnect. Yeah. Nothing will come of this situation. And that's, of course, the void, of course, moon. Let's just start you out with one, pulling one. The bottom of the deck. This is a general collective for Gemini. I'm not positive I said that. As a matter of fact, I don't think I did. Bottom of the deck, we've got new moon in Pisces. Talking about meditating, contemplating, getting still, getting quiet, clearing the mind, and allowing that little spark to start growing. A new start. Just look down. A new start is coming. I was literally just getting ready to say these exact words. There's a new start to something. I'm going to get you some tarot cards from the White Sage Tarot. The White Sage Tarot. Where are you? White Sage Tarot is by Teresa Hutch. I get asked a lot about what decks I use. I'm not great about always saying. Energy for Gemini. Keep in mind, Gemini, this is a general collective. Messages will not resonate with everyone. If part of the message resonates, that's great. Just take what applies and try to make anything fit into your narrative that you feel doesn't fit into your narrative. Sometimes people don't like the oracle readings, so I try to get the tarot done before getting into the oracle cards. Nothing will come of this. That card can be read in two different ways. We'll get into that after I draw the tarot cards. First card out is the Seven of Pens, Gemini. Second card is the Five of Swords, energy for Gemini. Six of Pens. Four of Pens. Page of Pens. My stomach is going to serenade us. It's angry because I didn't eat first. After this read, I've got to readjust this table so that I can get off this. There's a spot on my floor that's squeaky, and it's driving me nuts in the reads. Every time I bend over to pick up a card, it sings out. Alright. I'm going to grab a card for the overall feel. Seven of Wands. I'm not surprised the way this read looks to me. Alright, let's move these down. Crowning this read, we've got the Ace of Swords, underscoring the Five of Wands. Lots of connections in these cards, lots of ties. Bottom of the deck, underneath the Five of Wands, we have Justice. Meditating, contemplating, right? Making sure that the heart is in balance with where it is that you want to be in this situation. I'm going to leave the Justice card out there because I think it's part of the read. I am going to pull some clarifiers. First I'm going to read Void of Course Moon. For those who don't really like the oracle part, feel free to skip around. Alright, the Void of Course, in a form of astrology known as horary, H-O-R-A-R-Y. It's a hard word for me to pronounce. Give me a break, okay? Where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded, a void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or this particular situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you are asking. For example, if you're worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. Okay, that's the main reason I wanted to read this definition of the card, because it can be read two ways, depending on how you came into this reading, why you clicked on this reading, what resonates in this reading with you at this time. Alright, so let me read that part again. This may or may not be good news depending on what you are asking. For example, if you're worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with your both behavior and beliefs. And you can change that with your both behavior and beliefs. It should be, and you can change that with both your behavior and beliefs. I've noticed a lot of errors in this book. Whoever was the editor slipped up a bit. But anyway, additional meanings for this card. The chances of something could be diminishing. Something better may be around the corner. Believe that you will get what you believe that you will get what you need. Surrender to the divine. Take time out, meditate, and contemplate. I firmly believe that this card talks about something new being around the corner and it being time to surrender to the divine. Nothing negative is going to come of the situation if you're worried about something. And I say that because of not only this card being here, but my inclination to say exactly this before I saw the card. A new start is coming for you. A great time to make sure that you're balanced. Weighing the pros and cons. These cards are hard to lift. All right. I'll bookmark it at like 12 minutes for the tarot people. We start out with the Seven of Pence. So this is you recently having invested in something, planted the seeds of something, began to manifest something. The law of attraction for some of you has been something you've been practicing. I'm also seeing some of you creating vision boards, which are great. Figuring out exactly what it is you want from the future, not letting others decide for you. This feels like you going out on your own, a venture, like not leaving necessarily. I'm talking about like you just doing something for yourself, doing something that that you've kind of invested in, you've put the time in, you've planted these seeds, you're watering and nurturing and caring for, and being patient and waiting for maximum growth. I think that's very wise because, now is a time where, as was read in this card, there's not really going to be a bearing of fruits. So now's not the time to harvest. It's the time to sit patiently, wait, meditate, and contemplate, as the new moon in Pisces tells us. You may be met with a bit of resistance. Like I said, it could be that others aren't used to you making up your own mind and actually just following through with the things that you say. Some of you could be in situations where you've been much more passive in the past, and right now, your life feels like you're insisting on this balance. And you're right to insist on that. This relationship, partnership, needs to be balanced out. A lot of yellow in this read, with the Seven of Wands, with the Five of Swords, with the Five of Wands, with the Page of Pens. The yellow is here. In the Six of Pens, the yellow being the solar plexus. So, talking about taking action, right? The solar plexus is all about taking action towards your own truth. Exactly what I was trying to say here. It's funny because in life I can speak quite eloquently. I'm quite a fast talker half the time. When I was younger, everyone was like, you talk like a fucking auctioneer, slow down. When I read tarot, I read very slow. I'm always encouraging to, go to that little 3-dot thing up in the corner and just kind of speed me up a little bit. But this equal give and take is something that you're not willing to compromise on. You're not willing to continue to just give too much of yourself. And sit meekly by as others take. In a way that is beginning to feel just overbearing. I feel like someone doesn't really recognize how much you've been doing for them, how much you've been giving them. Turning into another relationship read, I swear to God. The last umpteen reads have been relationship-centered. The Four of Pens, this is you holding on to what's yours. And I feel like in the past, you've been very giving with your money. It's almost like your money is their money as well. And it might not be reciprocated in that way. Your mindset, it feels like, has changed. You've put in the work, so you deserve to hold on to what's yours. When it comes time, oh my God, I can't speak, for harvest season. I've got like verbal dyslexia. With the Page of Pens, this is new ideas for you. This is abundance. This is luck. This is good fortune. This is good health, which brings to mind, for any of those worried currently, that nothing's going to come of the situation that you're worried about right now. This is about beginning to form that solid foundation. Now, we end the reading with the Three of Swords, a card of, heartbreak. The blue ribbon represents the throat chakra. So this card is about speaking your truth. And I pulled a card for the overall feel because it ended on the Three of Swords. And it's the Seven of Wands. You having to fight for what you believe is only fair, and that being very disappointing for you, that being very heartbreaking, that you've given and given, and now that it's time for equal give and take, it's something that they're not used to because you've given and given. But it's time for rebalancing. So continue to resist. And there's all of this yellow on all of these cards. These cards that are chakra based. Again, the yellow being the Manipura, solar plexus, yellow light, sun center, fire energy. Taking action, moving forward with your truth, speaking your truth, not remaining heartbroken and silent, but explaining why it's heartbreaking, to feel like you have to fight for your place, to feel like somebody's just not proud of you, but acts more as though they're threatened by the situation or whatever. For you, dear friends, a new start is coming. All right? Speak your truth. Nothing bad is going to come of the situation. There's justice on the horizon for you. But it's all about you understanding what you want, understanding yourself, making your position clear, being clear with others. And standing firmly in your truth. Underscoring the read, we've got the Five of Wands. So, arguments with loved ones. But I feel like you're staying strong, you're standing firm. You're not backing down on this. This is something that's yours, whatever this is to you. This is your creation, this is your journey, this is your awakening, this is your health, this is your life, this is your abundance, this is yours. Crowning energy, Ace of Swords. You very much switched your ways recently, it feels like. There's the timid nature of you has went way down as logic has superseded the heart and the emotion. The gut finally said, hold on a second. Things aren't balanced here. the way they need to be. And if we're going to continue to move forward and be progressive together as lovers, as partners, as friends, as a family, as whatever it is, that give and take is something that you're unwavering on. Okay, you need to remain unyielding on this. When you give without attachments, without judging. So you need to be able to take without any form of shame, without being made to feel shame, without being made to feel less than, without being made to feel defensive. Stand up for yourself, stand up for your truth. And hold on to what's yours. Others will come around to this new you. But this new you is somebody who is much more assertive, standing in their power, recognizing that they're good enough, you're good enough, you're more than good enough. Recognizing yourself as the miracle that you are. And that's beautiful. Alright, for Pisces, one card to close out. Learn from the past. I'm going to see if there's anything else for Pisces. Tend to the small things. Going hand in hand with that meditation and contemplation. Tending to the small things, going hand in hand with this creation, this beginning that you're embarking on, that you're investing in, that your heart and soul, blood, sweat, and tears is going into. But this mouse here in this illustration is the shit. So regardless of size, regardless of timidity or anything of that nature, this is a mouse who is not to be overlooked, is not to be misjudged, is not to be undersold. Recognize that Spirit has a plan for you. And since Spirit is within us, this plan is within you. And you've been figuring it out, whatever it is for you, unmasking it. Remember to learn from the past, all of the pain and the suffering that you've went through. If you haven't yet healed from it, sit with it, feel it deeply, transmute it into forgiveness or etc. and release it. But always take from it the lessons because there's always lessons involved. Some of you may be noticing the number 7. The number 7 and the number 11. Like 1111. 7, 5, and 1111. Alright, that's what I have for you, my dear friends. If this video helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. That helps to circulate it and get it to others who may need to hear these messages. I appreciate you all so much in so many ways. Take great care of yourselves. Take care of those around you. And as always, it's been a pleasure reading your energy. I am proud of you all for growing into this new year. Not going into it with your, your head between your legs or your head buried in the sand. Yeah. Proud of you, Gemini. Alright, dear friends, I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching, sharing your time and energy with me, and until next time, take care. Alright, bye friends.